Throughout the years, our favourite pizza-loving dude, of course being Michelangelo, has gotten many adaptations throughout the years, from the comics, to TV, to movies. So today, I'll be ranking all the versions in today's video. And before we get started, this is my opinion. And before we get started, if you do like this content and want to see more from this channel, please do make sure to subscribe and like and turn on post notifications. Now let's go on with the video. And number 10, that would be the 2012 version. I know that a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this one, and you know what, just dislike the video now, because, yeah, this is my opinion, and I have a real strong hatred towards this version of Michelangelo. The only reason why is because he has so much false humour on the character, when there doesn't need to be, and, yeah, I mean, they're just making him more stupider, and silly and all that, when he doesn't need to be. They're just making, they're making so much false humour, which they could be spreading around to other characters, which actually give them good jokes. But no, they decided to give it all to Mikey and make him stupid. And number 9, had to be the 1987 version. And yeah, I know that this version I would normally hate a lot more, but really, I think this version does its job very well in portraying Michelangelo in a modern version, or modern-ish. With a basic-ish design, which is very basic, but you can tell that it's Michelangelo. He's one that pretty much got everyone into Michelangelo, and yeah, so you can't really blame him too much. But yeah, he has everything going for him. He has some false humor, but I'd say it's suitable for the time period that this TV show came out. And number 8, you had to be the Next Mutation. And yeah, I know normally people would really hate this one and say, oh, it's worse. But I say that because it's live action, I feel like it did something much better than all the other versions, or the other 2 versions which I previously mentioned. And I do think this one deserves a bit more love because it is live action, the first live action TV show we got. But reality, no, he is more stupider. And even though he does have some false humor onto it, some jokes can be funny, I guess, at certain times. But really, it's just more down to me liking the fact that I've actually got a live action TV show. And number 7, it had to be the 2007 version. And yeah, I feel like this version is, how to say it, it's hard to explain something, with this version, because he has a very good design, I'd say. He has a job which is quite unique to this version, which no other version has ever gotten, but, well, the thing is, what does he actually do in the movie? He doesn't really do anything of importance. He's just there, he fights some bad guys, and that's it. There's literally nothing to his character, and yeah, there was supposed to be a few sequels to the movie, and which we got a deeper look into Michelangelo, but no, this was the only version we got of this version, and yeah, so I feel like if there was more movies to this property, I say this version probably would have been a lot higher up. And number 6 had to be the 1984 version, or the Mirage version. I do really like this version in terms of what he does. Basic design as always, but he's not really silly or stupid. He doesn't make any jokes, but he does like comic books and TV, which yeah, I do like that version of Mikey, or that side of Mikey. He just goes through some serious phases. Not really any in Volume 1, I don't think. Nothing in Volume 2. Not really in Volume 3, depending if you count the Urban Legend Volume 3. But Volume 4, that's when it gets a bit more serious. He goes out to space to join the war. And yeah, so I feel like this version will be a very good adaptation to adapting to other versions of the media Turtles. But yeah. And number 5 had to be the Bay version. Overall, I think that a lot of people were put off by it when Mikey revealed his face and showed his nose. And yeah, I will admit I did not like that either. But apart from that, I'd say his design is very unique to this version. And he could specifically say, oh, that is Michelangelo due to the fact that he's wearing different things to his brothers. And that's a really good, unique aspect of this version. But this character doesn't really go anywhere. Within the first movie, he just gets captured and fights. In the second one, well, he doesn't really do much either. He just gets angry and upset and fights and just be there. But yeah, I feel like this version could be. No, he's just good. He's there. I like him, and yeah. And number four, it had to be the 1990 version, aka the original Toy movie. And yeah, this one is really good. Very good design, as well as it being live action, is very good. And he also has a story arc in the first movie where he wants to just move on with Splinter's little death wish, and just wants to pretend like it's not going to happen. But then he comes to realize that he doesn't want to let him go. The second movie, that's yeah, he's just there, he's stupid. Ugh. But in the third one, he also goes through this little story arc where he wants to stay back in Japan because he's actually been accepted. Whereas if he was to stay in New York at his time, he wouldn't be accepted and just be an outcast. And yeah, I feel like this version needs a bit more respect and love. Um, and yeah, this is just a really good version. We need more this sort of version. I'll say that this one, 2003, and 1984 to one, and you'd have the perfect Michelangelo. And number three, you had to be the Rise of the TMNT. And yeah, I think this Mikey's really good. I know a lot of people will disagree with me on this one, but yeah, not too big of a fan that Michael doesn't have his nunchuckers as his Fundo thing. Yeah, that thing really annoys me, but really, he has good jokes that makes me laugh. That is a good thing about him. Some jokes do land, others don't really work too well, but they just go on it, like they say it, and then that's it, they're done. Whereas 2012, they'll just say it and then go on it. And yeah, this is really a good adaptation. He's an artist in his version. That's a unique thing which no other version has actually done. So I feel like this version is very unique to what it's trying to portray. And yeah, I feel like this version does need to have a bit more qualities to make him a bit more like. I feel like this version needs to be out there in tell media a bit more. And number two, you have to be the IDW version. And yeah, this one is really good. But in terms of the fact of like story arcs, it doesn't really have many. And his design is very good, modern. You can tell that it's him and everything like that. His personality is hard to tell because it's a comic book, but you can tell that it is him. There isn't really any noticeable story arcs for him. But I think the one that really got me, well, there's two that really got me. One is after issue 50 when Splinter kills Shredder. He wants to go and works with the mutanimals because he doesn't like the fact that Splinter's going to be killing people now. He wants his family to be nice, clean, and easy going. But then he does join his brothers again. Then his macro series, issue 1 of Mikey, we see Michelangelo save some kids because Spencer was going to turn them into foot soldiers without their consent. And Mikey takes on them as Splinter, and Mikey would have died, but Splinter stopped the fight because he cares for his son. And I feel like this version is a very good adaptation of Mikey. It shows his good side, his bad side, his compassionate side, everything of that. I would really like to see this version go a bit more deeper into some story arcs. I know that his recent one with his depression about Splinter's death, that hit him quite hard where he's just sleeping in bed. So I feel like this one does need a bit more character arcs, I would say, and also just bring him back to normal, I'd say, like in terms of that where the story's going. And number one, that'll be the 2003 version. And yes, what can I say that isn't perfect about this one? I know that a lot of people are going to say, oh, you choose 2003 every time, but this time I have a really good reason for it. This one is actually relatable. Now, you might be wondering, oh, what's so relatable? Because you've probably seen the TV show already, but this one likes comic books. That's a check. Everybody reads comic books nowadays. Everybody watches TV, which he does. He likes superheroes, he likes action figures. This one is basically me, but in the cartoon. And yeah, I really like this version. His jokes are sometimes there, sometimes not. He makes comic book Easter eggs and everything, or references, which are really good. This one is just perfect, nearly perfect. There are some things which do go against him. In terms of story arcs for this character, I'll say his biggest one is the fact that he always has the potential to be the best turtle there is, but he chooses not to. He chooses to always like lie low, like slack off and everything like that. He prefers to joke around than rather than actually be a proper ninja. But I do see that like, first proper scientist was in Grudge Match, I would say. Which I would like to bring up a little message at the end from this episode. And then this one does come out throughout again in season 6, called Graduation Day, and then also in season 7. But yeah, I feel like this version is a really good one. We need to see, I'd say definitely see a lot more of this version. And so yeah, that's gonna be my ranking on every Michelangelo we got so far. Let me know what your one is in the comments below. And yeah, so I'm gonna leave a little message off to really show the 2003 Mikey in his brightest side, but also a clip which I would say is very relatable to what's happening in the world. And I know that it's very sad, but with everything's happening in the world. But I feel like this message does bring out how do I say this? It really sums up everything that's going on in the world. I do hope you can appreciate for that. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. If you do that one, please share, like, subscribe, and all stuff. Goodbye, yo. Bye.
In this life, we only have each other. If one of us goes down, we all go down. So focus.